1. Preface. In the way of strategy, known as the two heavens as one, years of my forging now to paper spun. In the 20th year of Kane, under October's moon, in Kyushu's Higo, to Iwado Mountain I was drawn soon. There to the heavens and Kennan did I pay my respect, facing Buddha, my path to introspect. A warrior born in Harima I, Shinmen Musashi no Kami Fujiwara, no Genshin, 60 years have I journeyed, my story to begin. From my youth to the martial way was I inclined. At 13, my first victory defined, defeating the renowned Arima Kihei of the new Shinto Ryu by 16. The strong Akiyama of Tajima I overthrew. At 21 to the capital I ascended, meeting warriors of the land, undefeated, unamended. Then from land to land, in various styles I did engage, over 60 battles, undefeated from teenage to sage. Reflecting past 30, I pondered deep, true mastery of strategy, not yet mine to keep. Was it innate skill or a lack of challenge I found? Or were the other schools insufficiently profound? Seeking deeper truths, morning forge and evening hone. At 50, the path of strategy was my own. Since then, without a path to seek, time I bide in martial arts, no master needed as a guide. Now I pen this work, not from ancient Buddhist or Confucian verse, nor from old tales of war or military rehearse. In this unique style, the truth of the heart I unveil, under the mirror of heaven and Kannon without fail. On the night of the 10th day, in the year of the tiger, I begin this writing, my thoughts to transpire. 2. Prologue to the Scroll of Earth. In the realm of martial arts, a warrior's code, leaders and soldiers in this way, they strode. In our world, no samurai fully grasps this breadth, unlike those saved by Buddha's path or Confucian depth. Healers, poets, tea masters, archers, each in their arts, diligently training, finding solace in their parts. Rare are those saved by the martial path. Samurai in pen and sword they delight, even unskilled. In martial rites they must alight. Often warriors dream of death, their only fate. Yet this path of dying is not theirs alone to contemplate. For monks, women, peasants, all know duty and shame. In death, no disparity, no difference to claim. The warrior's way to surpass in all endeavors, in single duels or battles for honor and self. Clever, seeking fame and stature through martial virtue's lens. Yet in learning these arts, one must comprehend. When duty calls, be ready to stand. Train always for action. This is the command. 3. The way of strategy. In the way of strategy, known since times of yore, from China and Japan, its teachings did pour. As a samurai, one must this craft study. In modern times, its practice not muddy. In Hitachi, the shrine keepers, with deity's lore, spread their teachings far, a sacred chore. Beyond mere swordsmanship, this art does soar in all skills, not just the sword, wisdom galore. Yet knowing just the sword's way, the art remains obscure. In broader martial laws, this knowledge must mature. In the world where various arts are sold, one's body and tools traded for gold. The way of war, not just for show. Beyond the surface, deeper truths grow. In the world, the 4 ways, farmer, merchant, artisan, warrior, each follows their path in their manner. The farmer with tools through seasons toils. In agriculture's rhythm, his life coils. The merchant seeking profit in trade's flow, earning his keep in commerce's ebb and grow. The warrior with arms, his art to perfect, knowing each weapon's use with respect. The artisan with varied tools crafts his fate, in every creation, his skill to demonstrate. Thus, the way of war, like the carpenter's trade, building homes, understanding every shade. Noble and samurai houses, their rise and fall, each with its style, its own call. The carpenter skilled in crafting grand, like the warrior with martial plan in hand. 4. Comparing the way of strategy to carpentry. In the way of strategy, likened unto the craft of the carpenter, the general as master builder, his resources he must infer. Managing wealth of realm, nation, and home, as the carpenter oversees the temple's dome, knowing the nuances of every structure and hall, employing each person, raising each wall, building a house, selecting wood with care, straight and unblemished for the front, only the fairest to spare, even if slightly flawed, yet strong at its core, placed in the back, supporting evermore, using each piece, be it knotted or bent, judging its strength, its placement intent. Within the timber, knots and twists might lie, but used wisely, they strengthen, not defy. The master carpenter, in his wisdom astute, knows each piece's role from base to crown in every pursuit. Whether flooring, doors, or rafters above, each task assigned with knowledge and love. Bad wood turned useful, the worse made wedge, Dutch discernment, a master's privilege, judging each worker their skill and worth in their actions. True skill comes forth. The path of strategy, much like this craft, and knowing each element, fore and aft, and everything. Knowing the measure, understanding effort and leisure and pressure. Knowing the spirit, high, middle, low, creating courage in every blow. Such qualities in a master's mind reside in the art of war, where these virtues collide. In this way, the art of war is akin to the carpenter's lore. 5. Of soldiers and their craft. In the art of war, soldiers stand, sharpening their tools with their own hand, crafting various weapons, each a part of their lore, stored in the carpenter's box, tools galore. Following the master builder's command, shaping pillars, planks with skilled hand, carving intricate designs, refining every part, their skill in craftsmanship, an essential art. A carpenter who masters each tool's way will rise to lead in his craft's array. Such is the soldier's path, a meticulous feat, each tool, each skill they must competently meet. 6. Synopsis of the 5 scrolls: Earth, Water, Fire, Wind, and Void. This tome of strategy divided into 5 scrolls, each element its guide to define our roles. The Earth Scroll, the foundation and stance in swordsmanship alone, true mastery's chance. From the vast to minute, from shallow to deep, following the direct path, its wisdoms we reap. The Water Scroll, where the heart becomes fluid like its name, adapting to the vessel, changing yet the same. Water's myriad forms guide our flow, winning against one, victorious in every foe. The general strategy, from small to large it grows, as a small weight raises a great bell. The teaching shows. The Fire Scroll, penning the ways of war, where passion and size shape the battle's core. In the clash of armies, whether few or many, discernment of scale is key, if any. The subtleties of numbers, hard to grasp. The smaller the detail, the harder the clasp. The Wind Scroll, not of my own school's making, but the ways of the world, its patterns taking. Traditions old and new, each house's style in knowing others, our own path becomes worthwhile. Without this knowledge, our understanding falters. True mastery in our own way, this knowledge alters. The Void Scroll, where emptiness reigns, what lies beyond the deep, what mystery contains. Grasping reason, then letting it go in the art of war, freedom and uniqueness we sow, timing and spontaneity, the essence of void. In this scroll, the path to true mastery is deployed. 7. The name of 2 swords is one. This school named for its dual blades, samurai, both officers and aides, traditionally armed with 2 swords at their side. Though their styles have varied far and wide, this dual wielding, a samurai's pride, not just for show but skills applied. In our school, the sword is wielded in either hand, not limited to one, a versatile stand. While some weapons demand both hands' strength, our path teaches one-handed skill at length. Whether on horseback or on treacherous terrain, the ability to adapt, our key refrain. This method trains the sword in each hand, a balance of skill. On this we stand. Though heavy at first, with time and care, strength grows in this practice fair. The sword's way, not just in swift strike, but in mastery of all forms alike. The length of the sword not set in stone in our school. Adaptability is shown. Winning with long or short, the art's core in any situation. Victory we ensure, not just the technique, but the mindset too in the art of war. This truth we pursue. 8. The virtue of the sword. In the art of war, the sword's role we know, a symbol of the warrior, in skill and show. In martial paths, each weapon has its place, but the sword's virtue, none can replace. It governs the world and oneself it controls. In its discipline, the warrior's role unfolds. Mastering the sword, one against many, stands tall, a symbol of power in its call. From 1 to 1,000, the progression is clear. In our school, this principle we hold dear. Beyond just combat, its lessons profound in every aspect of life, its virtues found. In this path, not just the warrior's art, but in every walk of life it plays its part. Each skill honed in human endeavor, this path of the sword forsaking never. 9. The diversified use of weapons. In the art of war, each tool's merit we discern. Adapting to the moment, its proper use we learn. The sidearm in close quarters reveals its worth, while the long sword, in any battlefield, asserts its girth. The spear, though less agile than the lance in war's dance, still holds a place in the warrior's stance. Yet in the confines of a room, remember this, the spear's advantage easily amiss. In the heat of battle, each weapon finds its place, but in the quiet chambers their use we must retrace. The bow in open field strikes from afar in close siege, its power does not par. In the current age the bow's glory may wane, as other arts flourish in this martial domain. Remember, the weapon's strength is not in its fame, but in how well it serves in war's ever-changing game. The musket within castle walls, its power to acclaim. In the open field, before battle's flame, it stakes its claim. Each weapon's virtue keenly we must weigh. In the art of war, such insights lead the way. Not just the tool, but the hand that wields it true. Mastery in this craft, in all we do. Each soldier with weapons diverse must align in this varied art, their skill to refine. 11. The matter of timing. In martial ways, timing holds the key. In every art, its rhythm we see. From dance to music, its beat we trace. In the art of war, timing we embrace. With bow and musket, horse and sword, in every craft, rhythm is the accord. Even in void, timing finds its place in the warrior's life. In every space, in service and in strategy, in silence and in sound. In each role, its rhythm is found. In trade and craft, its pulse we discern. In every beat, its lesson we learn. For in the art of war, timing is diverse. In every moment, its rhythm we rehearse. To know when to strike, when to hold, and in this knowledge, our strategy unfolds. To master timing, in war's grand design, and knowing the enemy's rhythm, our tactics align. In every scroll this theme we inscribe. In its study, our skills we imbibe. For in martial timing, victory we find. In its rhythm, our strategy unbind. 12. Epilogue to the Scroll of Earth. In this path of strategy, diligently we train, expanding our minds, our insights we gain. As a fraction of our craft, to the world we reveal the earth, water, fire, wind, and void, our fivefold seal. For those who seek to learn this way, herein lies the method in these scrolls display. First, think not with deceit or guile. Second, in this path, diligently compile. Third, in arts diverse, your skill refine. Fourth, know the crafts in each line. Fifth, discern loss and gain in every act. Sixth, in all matters, keen insight exact. Seventh, understand what lies out of sight. Eighth, in the smallest matters, find the light. Ninth, engage not in futile plight, with such principles in heart. In this art train, only thus, in the way of strategy, proficiency you'll attain. Not limited to this path alone, its wisdom wide. In understanding its depth, in mastery, you'll abide. Morning and evening, in practice immerse, for in this art, superficiality we curse. In all encounters, whether few or many, in spirit and body be ready against any. Advance in this way, with heart and mind, in each practice victory you'll find. In great strategy, beyond the battlefield's call, in governance, in nurturing, in upholding the law. In every path, unbeaten you'll stand, in this art of strategy, your guiding hand.